The statistics are dire, so disappointing. 92% of women worldwide experience common breastfeeding problems. UNICEF says that no country in the world meets the recommended standards for breastfeeding. That's just not good enough. There's such a lack of innovation in breastfeeding. The solutions at the moment for common breastfeeding problems are very basic. So a huge opportunity in that femtech space, and that's really where the idea for Lactamo came from. So Lactamo is a world first in breastfeeding innovation. It's specifically developed and designed for the elasticity of lactating breast tissue, and it combines temperature, movement and compression to address the common breastfeeding problems that mothers experience in breastfeeding. It's multi-award winning, clinically validated, and we just launched in Australia 18 months ago. So I'm actually a corporate lawyer by background, and breastfeeding wasn't even on my radar as a potential difficulty. Everyone talks about the horrors of childbirth, but I really struggled and I felt like a failure right at the start of motherhood at a really vulnerable time. Birth of my third child, I joined a really supportive mothers group and I realised it wasn't just me struggling, they were all talking about their struggles as well. And so the more I looked into this, the more I realised there's been decades worth of research, but there's just been no translation of that incredible research with such significant findings into a product. I engaged basically a team of experts, lactation consultants, healthcare professionals, industrial designers, medtech commercialization experts, and I really looked into the idea, and that's where it all began. I knew that I was onto something. I knew that this wasn't just a solution for me, this was a solution for everybody, for all mothers globally. There's such a huge addressable market for it, and really from the beginning I'd anticipated copycats for Lactamo. So I think the global IP for the product was really important. So I think there were many different areas which were critical in what I was looking for. First of all, obviously an understanding of the technical area of medtech IP. There's so many nuances in that area, and it's really critical to have that deep understanding. Eddie Walker at FB Rice was recommended to me by one of my very early contacts, and has just been fantastic at understanding the product, understanding the market and the space that I'm in there.
Etta was a delight to work with. She was happy to get involved quite heavily in the patent process, which makes our life a lot easier. And she really rolled up her sleeves, which meant that the outcomes were always going to be better. The major challenge with Etta's IP was the simplicity of her product. It's fairly simple and it's like a massage ball, but when you actually peel back the layers, it's a lot more complex. There's some uniqueness in the properties, its softness, its ability to be heated and cooled. And focusing on that was the real challenge, to make sure that we had the opportunity to protect it. So I've helped Etta protect her IP around the world. It started with a detailed investigation into the technical aspects of her invention to file the first patent application. Then we used our global network to make sure we could protect it in all major countries.
Obviously that's only part of the IP process, the other part being the trademark in that process there. Dealing with Sarah Dixon has been an absolute pleasure. Everything has just been really streamlined, and I'm really proud of what we've achieved in that space.
Most IP experiences some form of challenges during the course of its or the process. Etta had chosen a really great trademark which was distinctive and wasn't similar to any other trademarks that we knew of in the jurisdictions where she filed, so it was actually quite an easy trademark to get through and generally a smooth process. But we did experience a couple of challenges in one jurisdiction in particular, and in that instance we were able to seek the assistance of our trusted network of associates who are like-minded to FB Rice, and they were able to push the application through in that country.
I'm so grateful for the support and all of the mentors, the accelerators. It's a very generous space in the Australian landscape, and that's certainly really helped me on my journey. It certainly takes a village for any startup, and I really feel like I've been given such a great platform along the whole journey. So grateful that I've innovated in this space, and I've brought to market a product which mothers are giving me that direct feedback, saying I've saved their breastfeeding journey. So that's the, I suppose, the ultimate validation for me in this process.